All right, this next part is completely focused on ways to import and set up and organize your media. I know it's not overly exciting, but doing this makes for easier time later when you're editing, especially in larger projects. Getting into these good habits early will help you become a faster and more efficient editor in the long run. Let's look at importing media. I'm going to show you 2 quick ways that I use to import my media. The first way to import media is probably the mostly recommended way, and that is to just go to File, Import, and Media. It's that simple. There are shortcuts, but it's that simple. My media today is on my desktop, and I am super picky about the way I organize files. If you are not this person, then that is fine, but I even label the ones I want to use because there's so many things that I use that I don't know what I need. And I want to import all of these into my project. Now, you can do one folder at a time. You could do one item at a time if you'd like. I'm just going to import all of them by highlighting them all, by clicking the Import All button. I'm making sure that I'm copying them all to the library. It's going to be in the existing event, which is tutorial, because that's where I want them. Clicked. Okay, and it's bringing them in. This is telling me that it's what's going on. This is my background tasks button. And my thumbnails and waveforms are being rendered out. And everything is imported now. Okay, so that is the probably easy way to do that. Now I've got all of my media in here. And this is all footage that was from a vlog that I never actually published. So I thought, I could use it for this. Maybe I'll actually put this out there someday. It was a pretty interesting day when I moved my daughter into her apartment in Austin this last year, but I just got busy and never got around to making this one. It's still a bit of a mess for me. It's got dates. It automatically put it in dates, and so I know when that happens. And everything that's in the complete event is the projects. Is there. If I had multiple projects that would be there. I have an empty timeline still. And then this is from August 8th, and this is from August 6th. I have several things that I want to do here. And the first thing I need to do is show you another way to import the media. So I'm going to go to Command Z, and I'm going to just go back. So I've imported that media. Command Z gets rid of all of it. The other option that I could do is I could minimize this. Not minimize, but I can make it not full screen. Drag this over. These things are all here. I've got to highlight them and then just drop them off in there. Back to full screen. And it really serves, it's the same either way. It's completely up to you. They are all there and nice and neat and put in there. So that's the 2 ways. You can either go to File and Import, or you can go to the desktop or wherever you've stored them, whatever you've stored them on, and then drag them over and have them copied in. Those would be the 2 most recommended ways of importing media. This next part is going to be about how you organize your media once it's imported. Again, this is how I do it. There are multiple ways. Some people will just jump in and start editing. My students sometimes will go from here and just start editing away, start dragging things in the timeline. That is just not the way I personally do things. And so I'm going to show you a good way to do things that keeps it nice and neat. Okay. I will go here to this button, which is my clip appearance button and filtering menu. And I like to do this. I like to, first of all, when I'm looking at the media, if I'm just glancing at it, I will a lot of times take the second one and I will drag it over so that everything is just in a nice box. That's handy for me to do. Again, sometimes maybe you want it longer if you're going to skim and drag some stuff in, which we'll get to later. But in the meantime, I just want to keep it in a nice, neat package, and so I'll do that. When I go to Group By, I like to group by roles. Then I like to sort by content created. And that's just the way I like to do things. And I'll show you how this can come into effect in a little bit and be really, really handy. I'm going to go back here. Now, I'm going to make a decision. I know, because I labeled this, what I want and how I want it. So I'm going to, I know that this intro to the clip and I'm going to hold Command and click, and then this Waiting on Interview and this Austin Life and this Destiny Interview were all A-roll. Okay, they were all me talking head type shots, and so I know that I want them in one folder and my B-roll in a separate folder. So I selected those by holding Command and clicking. Now I will right click and I will go to Assign Video Roll. Well, I don't see the roll I want there. As right now, they're all video. So I'm going to go to Edit Rolls, and I'm going to add one in that I like. And I'm just going to call this one A roll. And then I'm going to add another one that's B roll. And I'm going to click Apply. Okay. Now that they're there, I'm going to right click. I'm going to assign video roll, and I'm going to choose A roll. Okay. And that put that in a nice, neat little divider here that says A-roll. And there's 4 videos in there. And I know that they're there. Now, on this one, I'm going to click these. And I'm going to right-click. And I'm going to assign video roll. And I'm going to assign B-roll. Okay, and now those are there. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to assign, I know these are both music files. This one was diagnosed there as a dialogue file. I have no idea why. I guess there's singing involved, and they thought that was it. There was some actual lyrics in there. So I'm going to go to assign audio roll, and I'm going to assign both of those as music because I know that they are both music. So now I have this nice A roll with 4 videos, B roll with 3 videos, and music with 2 songs. And I am completely okay with that. So when I go to A roll, I know that they're there. B-roll's there, and my music's there. And so now it's nice and organized for me, and it's not in those messy things. Not everybody has to do that, but I thought I would show everyone how to use rolls. One way to use rolls in order to organize your footage better before importing into your timeline.